trying to look at the camera, and hopefully I'm wearing the dress color that I think I'm wearing. It's supposed to be hot pink with black polka dots, but to make sure, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Colorino, my color identifier. This might not work all the way, and I'll tell you why, but let's see. Showing my color identifier for my blind subscribers. Now I'm gonna try my dress and see what it says. This thing is very sensitive to light, so I'm gonna make sure that the light doesn't get into the lens. Let me see.
Black.
It says black.
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 Is this a whole
Dark purple.
dark purple? It must be the pink.
Black. Black.
Oh my gosh.
Black. Red. Brown.
Red brown. Okay, so this is what happens when you have a dress that is not solid. You know, it doesn't have just one solid color. Anyway, hi you guys, Anna here, sharing another YouTube video from Anna's World today, answering all those questions that I get out there all the time. And a lot of the blind, we get these questions like, how do you know what you're wearing? How do you know how to choose your colors for whatever you wear? How do you go to the store and find out, how do you decide what you want to wear and follow a fashion? And once you have your clothes in your closet, how do you know how to combine and which one is which? Anyway, I'm gonna answer all those questions, which I really think they're valid questions when you're sighted, when you have functioning eyes. The way I call it in Spanish, eyes that are functioning. But I mean, for us, it's something very simple. For us, most of us are blind, and I think all these questions really come, to one single question: how do we know what we are wearing, or how to choose colors if we can see? I think all those questions really come to that one single question. Anyway, I'm gonna attempt to answer those questions and tell you how I do it from Anna's World. Of course, other blind people might, are different individuals, so they might do it differently. But I'm gonna share what I do, and I know some of my friends do the same. And if you happen to be someone sighted, as maybe someone share my video with you, maybe you click on my video by accident, I invite you to stick around. You might be working with the blind population, you might know someone that is going blind, maybe someone in the family. Hopefully it's not the case, and you might be able to help us spread awareness about how we the blind population function, and share with others about how critical accessible gadgets are. And I'm showing my Colorino. But anyway, okay, so I'm gonna start with the number one thing, the number one question: how do I go and buy my clothes? How do I do it? Okay, that is one of the most challenging parts, not actually getting to the store, because I take Uber, I take Lyft, I use public transportation, I use a taxi all the time, and I have a special transportation for the blind that we have here in the United States. And the name differs depending on the location where you live. Over here in Orange County, Southern California, where I live, we have a program that is called Access. But I use the public bus all the time, Uber, and getting to the store is not the problem. I think the biggest problem for most of us that we're blind is really finding finding and getting around the store and finding what you're gonna, what you want to get. It's easier if you have an assistant, someone that is going to be able to help you walk around the store, show you what's there, and describe colors and prices for you. But what about if you don't have anyone to do that for you? Many of us struggle having someone, because people work and we also work. But just having someone that is unconditional, like guide dogs, too bad. My guide dog is colorblind, not all the way, but she's not able to help. So that is the biggest challenge, having someone that has the time to actually describe. And this is what I really, really value, the Be My Eyes people. I just call Be My Eyes, and this amazing volunteer helped me, told me that I was center, that I'm, told me how to kind of fix my chair, and describe, what you can see when you look through my camera. So I also call them when I go to the store. I'm one of those blind who actually prefer to go to the store and buy my things myself instead of dealing with someone that is getting impatient and tired and they don't even they're already getting grumpy. So I just venture out there, ask for assistance at the store. I ask, where the department for whatever clothes I'm looking for. So I Google information. That's the first thing. Google information, check what's in fashion, what are the colors, for the summer, for spring, whatever season. Then I take my transportation, get over there, and then I ask for help. People in the stores are really nice. They usually have someone who goes around and they tell you colors. But for me, I get a little anxious because they're just standing there. I know they're working, so I tell them like, oh, just leave me here. I go around, pick out stuff, use my Colorino. And by the way, you guys, this is a color identifier called Colorino. I guess the company, I don't know, the brand is Care Tech, Care C-A-R-E Tech T-E-C-H, Colorino. I got it from Maxi Aids. I believe the website is maxiaids.org. I'll go ahead and include the website here below on the description. This is what I've had for years. My first one broke, and then I purchased the rainbow, for those who know the rainbow, but I didn't find that as helpful as this one. So I bring my Colorino to the store, check colors. I already know what kind of fashion I like. I could see before, and I don't know if that's the reason why I'm able to figure out what I like. But then I call Be My Eyes, ask for more detailed information. Like in this case, my dress says black, but it's supposed to be hot pink. Okay, so in this case, when the color of the dress is not, or any item is not solid, that's when you have difficulties. And then that's when I call Be My Eyes. We call Be My Eyes for prices, or I ask someone in the store. Now, the second thing, when you purchase your stuff in the store, that's the location where you actually find out about the colors. At least for me, you find out the style, and then putting that away in your closet is is simple. The difficult part is when you have items that they're the same style and they're difficult to identify. Okay, for example, let me see, I have stuff over here I'm gonna be showing. Okay, so this is a tube top that I use a lot of the tube tops, you guys. I have several of these. I'm showing this to the camera. So this is when I use my Colorino. So I'm gonna read it, and with the Colorino you gotta be careful that the light doesn't get into the lens, because this is very sensitive to light, and you want to make sure that this is reading the actual color. I'm gonna try it.
Black.
It says black. I also have a pink, white, hot pink. So this is when I use my Colorino, because I don't really know if this is the color that my thing that I'm be wearing. These blouses are a solid color, so color identifiers, in this case the Colorino will read it accurate. Now, I don't know for you guys, but the applications with the iPhone or Android, I spend money on those and they don't really work accurately. They didn't work for me, so I decided to purchase another Colorino a few weeks ago. And let me see. Okay, so let me identify this blouse that I have here.
Intensive red. Intensive red.
It says intensive red. For this one, as an example, when you ask like, how do you know how to pick out from your closet, this one, for us blind, our eyes are our hands, we use our touch, sense of touch all the time. For this one, it's very soft. It's a t-shirt that it has long sleeves. I don't even have to check anything else. And the way I figure out, guys, is because it has long sleeves. It's very smooth. And on the top left, it's my Apple shirt that someone gave me. It has the little Apple logo, the beaten apple, on the top left, on the chest. So that's how I know. So we use strategies like that. Okay, now showing a little top that people will like, how do you know how to pick the blouse? It's just one sleeve, and on the left, on the right, and on the left it has just like a little string, like a spaghetti strap, but it's very, very fine. Because I always enjoy these little sexy blouses, and it's very easy to identify. Now I have different colors. I have a burgundy and a black, and I use my color identifier. Now, these blouses, I also have blouses that are the same color. Let me show you something. Okay, what about this one? This is an overall that I'm gonna use my color identifier.
Black.
It says black. Okay, this is an overall that I actually use to go to, go to work. It's one of those flowy overalls that look like long skirts, and it has the I don't even know how you call this. It's like an overall thing. I don't even know how you say that in English, but it says that it's black. But this is the situation when you're blind, that if you don't remember what you purchased in the store, which most of us do, and then you just trust, the color identifier, you'll go out thinking that you're wearing something that you're not, which has happened to me. This overall is actually black with white polka dots. So these color identifiers, even though this is pretty accurate and really good for more, traditional colors, it doesn't really tell us that
Black.
that it has white polka dots. With my dress, it's actually reading the black polka dots, I think. And I'm gonna have to ask because I didn't. Okay, so now there are, items that with the blind we don't even have to see to know what we have. I'm showing a dress that is just one sleeve, and on the top, if I'm not mistaken, is white.
White.
It says white, and it starts fading into gray, lighter gray and darker gray. I mean, this is very easy for me to identify because it has like kind of six sections. A signal goes down below, and it's just one sleeve. And people ask me like, how do you know how to match? Because I usually wear this dress with this. I'm showing my sandals, you guys, my shoes. They're high heel and with straps open on the front, and then it has a zipper in the back. Because if this dress has white on the top, I mean, from Anna's world, I think these shoes match. But people is always curious. I mean, I'm not gonna wear something red, or I'm not gonna wear anything that I think the white matches more than the black. And I could see before, so I think I still have a sense of, what to match. Now, are we really wearing the color that we think we're wearing? Okay, I have a dress that I'm showing you guys. It's just a dress that everyone tells me a different color. I recently got my hair, dyed my hair, and I asked for hot pink. But when the girl did it, she go like, oh, it's actually magenta pink. And then everyone was telling me that it was burgundy, that it was not pink. And the interesting thing is that little kids were telling me like, oh, you have hot pink hair. Now it's fading. I think it's lighter pink. And still people tell me like, you have red hair, older people. Now, is that telling me that when we already know that as you age, your eyesight is not as good as it is when you were younger. So I don't know. I'm gonna use my color identifier so you can tell me what color this is.
Light red. Light red.
It says light red.
Light red.
Yeah, light red. People tell me that this is pink, hot pink, that they don't know what color this is. So sometimes with the blind could be wearing something, color, but we will never know if it's true unless you recover your sight, and not even like that, because you might already be, I don't know. It's very interesting. I always say that with the blind are gonna die. I mean, I don't know, thinking that we're wearing whatever color, and then we're not. I have a friend from Argentina who has retinitis pigmentosa as me, older lady, married to this sighted guy. And she says that she went to do her manicure, and they asked her what color, do you want? And she said light pink, pastel pink, like my blouse. And they told her like, no, your blouse is not pink. is actually peach color. Well, we will agree with her that we never know if we're really wearing, unless you're wearing a traditional, the black, green, white, red, those colors. Nowadays we have all those different colors, and it's almost impossible for us to know what we're wearing. Now I have a dress here that I know when I use my sense of touch, touching this, I already know that this is a black dress that I have, and because of the style, spaghetti strap dress, black, and it has the little silver things, and I feel those. So like, how do you know how to match your nails silver and with shoes that match? I don't know. Again, maybe sometimes I'm someone that really cares about fashion, meaning with following the fashion, matching stuff and whatever. But I know this dress right away. It's the black with silver figures, but I don't know. No one has been able to describe what kind of figures these are. So I don't know, And even though I wear it, I will never know. Now, okay, jeans. Jeans are jeans. They usually look the same, unless you have those brands that you can they're easy to identify. I'm gonna identify these jeans.
White.
Okay, these are my white jeans. So for my jeans, I really use my color identifier. And my white jeans, well, I usually wear those with my, for socks, I only use black and white socks. So of course I'm gonna wear this with my with my white sneakers, and I separate my black socks from the black with pins. And another item that can be difficult to identify, I have several jean jackets, and this one is the one that I struggle in the morning when I'm rushing, and I go like, okay, which one is which? So lately I've been taking the time to just get everything ready the night before. I'm gonna identify this one. So for this one, it's easier and faster for me to use the Colorino.
White.
It's my white jean jacket. Now for shoes, people always ask like, oh, how do you know which shoes are you wearing? I'm showing these sandals, you guys, platform with all these little straps kind of going above my I love these kind of shoes, and they have a zipper in the back. I have two pairs of shoes that are the same. I love these kind of shoes, and they have a zipper in the back. I have two pairs of shoes that are the same color, and this one I call the people from Be My Eyes, or I use my Colorino.
Black.
It says black. I have red ones, like these ones. So they're easy to identify. And I have several boots, like these ones. I'm showing these tiny boots, you guys. They're pointy on the front. And they have this tiny heel, very thin above the they're not long boots, but I have several like this. For these ones, I do use my sense of touch, because some of those are in different material, or I call Be My Eyes. And so I don't make my video that longer than what is already. I'm showing these little tags. Okay, I was just told by the people from Be My Eyes that they're actually white. I thought they had different colors. These are little tiny tags that some people use, and they actually label their clothes with these little tags. They have braille on it. They say they have the braille that says it's an abbreviation for white, red, or the different colors. Some people put this at the end of the inside the pants, by the in a place where they're not gonna bother you. And well, I know people that they were born blind and they're really good at braille, so that's what they use. I have a friend from Mexico who he designed a whole system with labels on the computer using Microsoft Word, and then he sent those to be put in the plastic things like those. I don't even know how to describe it, but that's how he uses his iPhone to describe the description, to read the description. I think it's very complicated for me. So for me, the Colorino really works. So I don't know, there you go. So just to summarize, for me and for other people, the challenging part is actually not getting to the store, but actually getting the help at the store, having someone that is patient to describe and show us things around the store, because we're familiar with with home and where we have our staff and everything in the house. But when we go to the store, especially those huge stores, those department stores, just finding things are is not the easiest thing. So getting help is critical. Getting a description, thanks God, thanks to the volunteers from Be My Eyes that help us get prices and read the prices now with IRA. For those who have IRA, I actually canceled my IRA subscription because it's way too expensive, and Be My Eyes is working great for me. Yeah, once we identify, we get our clothes, we already know what colors. We use these gadgets. We use the iPhone. Some people use the iPhone they use the Tap-Tap-See application and other applications that we have out there. The Seeing AI as well identifies colors. Sometimes it's not accurate all the way. And what I can suggest for my blind subscribers, if you're having difficulty, someone from my Spanish video left a comment, this young guy, saying that he wished he could know how to match his clothes because he was born blind and the mom never showed him how to match clothes, and they pick on him. I think it's important when you have blind children that even if you're not into matching your clothes and it's not as critical as it is for me, if you have blind children, I think it's important to kind of talk to them about colors and how to match, and kind of maybe have a location where they get some, I don't know, a workshop where they talk about how to matching colors and how to match clothes with whatever. I'm gonna do a video on that, getting information from a lot of friends, guys, and do a video on that. I think always wearing jeans with any t-shirt color would go well, but then you're talking about going to job interviews and going to work and I don't know, different occasions, and just colors that match your skin color if you care about that. So yeah, I'm going all over the place as always, but that's what I do. That's my makeup. I guess I'll do a video on that, how I separate my makeup so I don't mess it up with lipsticks and mascara and all of those. That's a separate video. But anyway, hope I was able to kind of give you an idea what I do, how I match, and pretty much I always go on internet and kind of watch videos and see what's out there, or ask people about the fashion, about hair colors and styles and all of that. And then just pray God that I don't go out there looking like a clown. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you know of any Spanish speakers, tell them about me. Tell them that I have this video in Spanish. And yeah, thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to share with others, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.